Y'all remember that? That pay attention. Shit sweet too. Oh, I got over now. You know. Somebody always waiting on you. Yeah.
The world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up gold, feel like I'm running. But what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up boulders. All I hear is lies and excuses. What you talking for? I am the original. No, I'm not a copy, bro. Woke up when I heard the truth. I wasn't sipping coffee, bro. 1 + 1 ain't 42. You know this ain't adding up. Told us if we wanted change, we would have to vote for it. Showed Obama everything. All he did was just ignore it. Crime bills did us bad. Then they came with war on drugs. Now there's a pandemic. Everybody's scared to hug. Ask me how I feel, truthfully, I don't give a damn. But ask me what I think, I'll tell you who the devil is. Ask me what I know, I'll show you where them devils live. They on top of everything, you know who the devil is. Black folks going through it, ain't no more community. The truth is what I'm standing on and learning my identity. Keep the law and love your brother, that's the only remedy. And for my dead homies, I'm forever pouring Hennessy. I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up boulder. Feel like I'm running, what am I running from? I feel like I'm running, but what am I running from? Everything my father told us, every day I'm getting older. Weight of the world on my shoulders, feel like I'm lifting up boulder. I feel your pain, I know your struggle. Go and dry your tears, break them chains off your spirit. Now you running things, playing for the win. Damn right, we want the W. One hater is not enough, so they'll try to double you. Just focus on your mission, keep on pushing, never giving up. Babylon is falling, that's the shit I'm praying for. I seen that look, that's in your eyes. You a king, homie. Never ever trust a sister. Don't buy into that dream, homie. Any weapon formed against me, I know it will not prosper. I heard the truth and changed my life. That's my rocket launcher. Let's put this bitch in motion. Making moves without emotion. Take a sip of the hip potion. If it burns, that mean you growing. Ain't no time for running, but this is what it feels like. All I do is tell the truth. Some may call it real life. I know we fucked up now, but one day we gon' get it right. Kings of the earth, so it's time for us to live right. What am I running from? Stand your ground, shut it down. Real niggas in this game, like those right.
Yeah. I ain't doing that. I was just like, when I go there next week, in orientation, I was gonna come back and see what I see. I got a couple places.
Because I'm willing to fight against drug dealers if they Muslim, if they Christian, if they atheist, if they Buddhist.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
You learn.
All my niggas ride for me. I I got niggas that'll die for me. You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodged a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters. Bitch, niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw. Ho, they never deliver. They got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow. I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone. You ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your card. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga. You ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga. Play your part, claiming that you'll spark when you ain't got the heart. Cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. Niggas ain't.
Whoa, my check. Check. Y'all know if you hear me, you couldn't hear me over the music, if you just tuning in, it's the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? I'm the operator of Commander General YAHANNA, man. We're getting ready to start the Sabbath service, man. And like I said, put it in one in the chat if you can hear us, you know, so we can make sure that the people is getting everything they need to hear for the Sabbath service today. Just to go ahead and let you know, before we start, we're going to be starting Exodus 21 and the 21st chapter, 10th verse. So if you want to follow along in your Bible, you understand, go ahead and get there. We're going to start off in the Assyrian, and then we're going to read it in the Hebrew. I'm just like read it in the English. Praise. There we go. Stuff out the way that we
line is cool right here. Next week, get done with that. Bring these candles. Come on.
Shalom, check. What's up, Chris? So once they set these up, we're gonna rock and roll, put the camera back so we can see them.
Come on. You take a step. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, bring the tree up. Back that camera to him, hold up. Look at him. I want to get the camera. That's good, right there. But then when we sit down, you can bring it. No problem. My comfort.
So, Lockie, before we get started, we're about to conduct the Sabbath service in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Any questions, anything that you have that you may see about what we're doing today, please feel free to put it in the chat. Right now, we're in the Feast of what? We're in the Feast of Hanukkah, right? So today, so throughout our generation, we're supposed to party, you know what I'm saying, and feast unto the Lord for 8 days, you understand? So that's what we're gonna do, you know. So we're gonna have this party today. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? It's not Christmas, you understand?
That's right.
Right? So we're gonna make sure that we do, you know, so what thus says the Most High. All right. So with that, we're gonna start the Sabbath service for Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yeah, man. Lamont, present yourself.
My name is Brother. That's a lot. Mind Shabbat. At ease. All right, we'll give him the headpiece. Young man Lamont. Just speak. Young man Lamont.
Young man Lamont.
Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yahweh.
Bun Yashala.
Bun Yashala.
Young man Lamont. Bun Yahweh. Bun Yashala. Go to attention. Yahweh Shem Yahweh
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Barak.
Barak.
Atah.
Atah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. Come on and pray. Come up. It's like my next week. Come on.
Margin, minister, also like to come out of
YAHANNA.
Put it over here, right shoulder. Oh, no. Okay, so I can. Okay. You want to do it with one hand?
I imagine. So y'all go down, which means to stand at attention and turn face to east. To the east, face to that corner right there. And we're about to do the prayers in the Hebrew and in the English.
We're gonna start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw,
Abanaw,
Shabashimaya,
Shabashimaya,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Haya,
Haya,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Lakuka,
Lakuka,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Atazaya,
Atazaya,
Haya,
Haya,
Asha,
Asha,
Ba'arakza,
Ba'arakza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Haya,
Haya,
Hashimaya,
Hashemaya,
Adulana,
Adulana,
Yakam,
Yakam,
Cow,
Cow,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Salakna,
Salakna,
Yawakna,
Yawakna,
Salakna,
Salakna,
Yawakna,
Yawakna,
Yala'ah,
Yala'ah,
Tabi'ayna,
Tabi'ayna,
Hanasayawan,
Hanasayawan,
Abor,
Hawashayna,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rod,
Rod,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Yaka,
Yaka,
Hamalaka,
Hamalaka,
Wa'ala,
Wa'ala,
Wakapara, Nawalumi,
Nawalumi,
Yaman.
In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'akashah, Ba'athalanah, Hakak, Hakak, Larba'ah, Ka'makalah, Ka'marawah, Hakak, Matahar, Matadariah, Hakak, Lahakia, Hamathia, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatama'ala, Agarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Aman.
In the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to clear the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for the ranking structure of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Yabiyaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Tadbiyah, Alawap Yohanna, Alawap, Hasarayim, Hakazayayim, Hakoyoyoyim, Wa Agwapya, Yahweh, Wa Hashem Yahweh Shah, the Wada Aman.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shah. And Michael. And the angel. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
This is the Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K, Mayan, Yaba'ai, Isaiah, Ma'ai, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Shamayim, Warataza, Ayatan, Yabawat, Magalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Ranat, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yahishan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Yad, Yamyakah, Yawamam, Hashemash, Ayakakah, Wayarak, Wayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kalrad, Yashamar, Akapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Yazaka, Wabaka, Mayata, I
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes to the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahweh shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is not keeping. Yahweh is saved upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, for this time forth and thee forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms in the Hebrew. Psalm chapter 83 in the Hebrew. It's a lot. Alahayim, Adam Yalakai, Ata Karash, Ata Shakwat, Al, Kayahana, Our Yabika, Yahamaya 1, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, the Ayyawa, Samada, Wayata, the Aitazawa, Ata the Pawanyaka, Amaru, Lakawa, Anakakila, Magaya, Wala'ah, as a cause. Sham Yasha'ala, our Da, Kaya, our Aitazawa, Laba, the Kadwa, Ayaka, Warya, Yakaraka, Ahoya, Alawam, Wayashama'ala, Yum, our Abba, Mahagaya, the Ball, Imawana, Imalak, Palashak, I'm Yashapi, Tazawar, Yum Ashawa, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zerubai, Abani Lawak, Selah, I.S.U.P.K, Imagine, Kasaya, Sara'ah, the Yabin, on the call, for Yashua, Ashamadwa, Bayadara, Kazabak, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Kaira, Aisha, Amarwa, Nairasha, Nanawa, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kugagala, Kukwash, the Payaraka, Ash, Ira, Kalahaba, Tahalat, Ariyam, Kantaradakna, Basai Rakah, Abasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'ah, Banyaham, Malawan, Wayabakwasha, Shimka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Wayakapara, Waya Abadwa, Waya Dawa, Kaya Ada, Shimka, Yahweh, Labaka, Ayawan, Alkaha Arakaza.
In English, keep not thy son, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumble, and they that hate thee, and lift it up a hill. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one, and have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against them, the tabernacle of Edom, and the Israelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, and sure also enjoy with them. They are hoping the children of Lot, Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as came and done for the earth. Salakia, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Seir, as to Jabin, and the Prick of Son, the Persia Endor. They came and done for the earth. They are noble, like Harel, like Zahir, all their princes, as the Baal, and as the Muda, who said, let us say to ourselves, the house of Yahweh, a possession. Oh, Yahweh, make them like a wood that stuck before the wind, and a fire burned the wood, and the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill thy faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh, Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, of the Most High of all the earth. So,
Yes, shop, you need to be seated.
want to get to that dung for theirs fast, and I will know.
God, for real. What's that in Exodus 21 and 10 chapter. So what we're gonna do is I will start off there you go. Just trying to get it back up and shake what it is, maybe 7 scriptures in the next brother's call.
So I like to say shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat Thumb to the Akim out there watching online. Yahweh Shema Arathan by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters that out there watching online. You understand? We are the I.S.U.P.K start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, York. Operate upon the commanding General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. Today we don't do this Sabbath service. Once again, if you have any questions about anything that you see, feel free to ask questions in the chat or reach out to the school. Shalom.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10 in Hebrew. Akarat, Yakwak, Lawa, Sha'ara, Kasa Wata, Wa'ainata, La'a, Yagarai, verse 11. Shalash, Allah, La'a, Ya'isha, La, Wayataza'a, Kanam, Ayan, Kasap, verse 12. Makah, Ayash, Wamat, Mawat, Yawa Mat, verse 13. Ashar, La'a, Tazada, Waha'a, Laya, Waha'ala, Alahaya, Ana, Anya, Anna, Layadwa, Washamatya, Laka, Makawam, Ashar, Yanawas, Shema, verse 14. Wakaya, Yazad, Ayash, Al, Ra'ai Hawa, Laha Ragawa, Ba'ai Ramah, Ma'ain, Maza Bakaya, Dakwa Kanawa, Lamawat, verse 15. Wamaka, Abayan, Abayawa, Mawat, Yamawat, verse 16. Waganab, Ayash, Wamakarwa, Wana Matiza'a, Bayadwa, Mawat, Yamawat, Yawamat,
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish?
You know what this is talking about? Everybody, what is this talking about right here? Somebody? Come on, Albert.
So like if I make sure, it's basically saying like, if a brother decides to go and get him another rib or wife, what he's doing for his first wife, he can't stop doing because he got a second wife.
Right. So that means what? His responsibilities to that home does not lessen because he has a second wife.
Right.
This also goes to show that a man can have more than one wife. That's right. Due to the politics of this place that we call America, we bicker and have all these these arguments about relationship and a man having more than one wife, and guess what? It's a natural God-given right that a man can have more than one wife.
That's right.
But you don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can have no wife. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have one wife. Right. You don't have to have two wives.
Right.
You don't have to do any of it. But if you do decide to take on that responsibility as a man, then guess what? No woman can put her finger in your face and tell you that you're wrong. You understand?
Right.
You look at Tory Lanez right now. This brother may do some time behind him finding one woman find out he got another woman, essentially. But the thing about all this is that what we have to keep in mind, there's a righteous way to do all things in life.
That's right.
And what we're seeing is we have a bunch of things that people do on the side that has nothing to do with the scriptures. A man having more than one wife is not lying to the wife. You understand? A man having more than one wife is not, you know what I'm saying, trying to deceive one woman or another. You understand? You be righteous in all you're doing.
Right.
In all your doings. That's why it's saying that guess what? None of these things that you have with this woman shall diminish just because you decide to make this decision to have with another woman. That's what it's saying, okay? Read on.
And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money.
Right, there you go. So if he relinquishes these things, guess what? Then she gonna leave. Read on.
He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death.
Go ahead.
And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee.
Go ahead.
But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar that he may die.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And he that smiteth his father or mother shall be surely put to death.
What is happening right here? What is taking place right here? Anybody know? Come on.
So I can make sure he's basically giving out the consequences of actions if you decide to do something this way.
Right. These are different statutes that we're facing. That's why we say law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
There are laws that we have to abide by. There are statutes, meaning what? Somebody get a definition of statutes, so we understand what's taking place. Come on, y'all know y'all got them Google phones. Come on.
It's a statute, a law exacted by a legislative branch of a government.
Go ahead. What else?
An act of corporation or of its founder intent as a permanent rule.
And its founder intent of a permanent rule, right? What's the next one?
An international instrument setting up an agency and regulating its scope of authority.
A regulated scope of authority, right? So these are things that are set in place that if something happens, this is what you do.
Right.
You understand? It's like protocols, if I may. It's like like today, if the temperature is below 10 degrees, all of Israel will put on a jacket. You understand?
Right.
This should be done throughout your generations. You know? So that's what law, statutes, and commandments. We have to keep them as a nation of people so that way we do not destroy ourselves. Because the rest of the world is already doing a hell of a job doing it already.
That's right.
So why would we want to participate in our own destruction by not keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments? All right? Read on, brother.
And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff.
So you know what it said? If you do something to your brother, you hurt your brother, you're responsible for everything that happened to this brother. You understand? You're responsible for it. So what's the spirit of this though? What should you be going when we're reading this? What should be going through our heads if we read this right now? If you understand, read that verse again. We can take our time this morning just a little bit. All right, read that verse again.
18 or 19.
What was it 18?
Yeah.
Oh, you too far? You stop at 16. That's why I'm just going. You started 14 already. We'll start Tuesday. Oh, okay.
Lucky, we all way ahead of that thing.
Okay.
That's a lucky, brother. It's like what verse we stop at? 16?
16, sir.
Read verse 16. Let's go back up. We trying to get ahead of this thing. Go back up.
And he that stelleth a man and selleth him or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right. So you know what this means. So they always talk about that, Africans so Africans. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had a law and a statute against that. That's something that we didn't do.
Right.
You don't steal a man out. You understand?
Right.
And at this time you understand you had brothers that worked for brothers.
Right.
And they paid them a decent wage. But you didn't steal a man and be like, oh, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? If you got caught doing that, that was on your head.
Right.
Once again, the law, statutes, and commandments. But guess what the oppressor done? He steals a whole nation of people. And if you bring it up in his face, he'll tell you that, guess what? We don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You should work harder. Why are we still talking about history? Because guess what? He don't have anything about it. And slavery for him was lawful. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's their philosophy. Those are their traditions. Just to what is everybody else on earth, but us against each other, that's not something that we did as a nation of people. You understand?
Right.
All right. What you want? Hold on a second.
Just up here, imagine.
Amadi, he's standing in Hebrews. Trooper, where y'all? Present yourself.
Trooper, Warrior, Banya Hawada, Banya Shala.
Warrior, Banya Hawada, Banya Shala.
Yabashim Yashabrak.
Yahweh Shema Shabbat.
Shah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 17 in the Hebrew. Wa makolal, Abba Yawah, Mawah, Yahweh Mat, verse 18. Wakaya, Yara Yabana, Anashayam, Wahaka, Ayash, At, Ra'ai Hawa, Ba'aban, Awa, Ba'agarap, Wala'a, Yamawat, Wanagal, Lamasha Ba, Yamashakaba, verse 19. Yakawam, Wahata Halak, Baka Wataza, Al, Masha'ai Nat Wa, Wanakwa, Hamaka, Rak, Shabbat Wa, Yatan, Wara Pa'a, Yara Pa'a, verse 20. Wakaya, Yaka, Ayash, Ab, Ibadwa, Awa, Av, Imawa, Slacker, Imatwa, Bashabat, Wamat, the Ka, Yadwa, Nakam, Yanakam, verse 21. Ak, Yawam, Awa, Yawa, Mayam, I Mada, La'a, Yaquam, Kaya, Kasapawa, Hawa'a, verse 22. Wakaya, Yanatazawa, Anasham, Wana Gapawa, Wana Gapwa, Asha, Hara, Wayatazaawa, Walad Ya, Wala'a, Yahaya, Asa, Wan, Aina Wash, Ya Ainash, Ka'ishar, Yashayat, Ilaya, Baal, Ha'asha, Wanathan, Bapa Lalaya, verse 23. Wa'am, Asawan, Yahaya, Wanatha, Napash, Takat, Napash.
That's it. Verse 17. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 17. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. Verse 18.
Read that again.
Verse 17. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death.
Shall surely be put to death. Once again, these are our laws.
Right.
So all this, don't move it out. The one thing that happening with us, like all these, these young kids coming up against the mothers.
That's right.
You don't tell me what to do, all that extra lip, guess what? Nah, you understood then as a child stayed in the child's place. You understand? We had things that were in place in how to maintain order in our houses. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian houses are in disarray because we are not keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments out. It is simple. The Most High laid these things out for us as a nation of people. We just have to follow it.
Right.
He gave us the game plan.
Right.
Gave us the game plan to win against any nation. All right, read on.
So like if I may, it's so spiritual too. If you think about it, the word of black father tells his son, I brought you in this world, I'm gonna take you out.
Right.
You understand? So you keep disrespecting me. It's a law that says that you're supposed to be put to death. So shut your damn mouth when your father's talking to you and do what he says, man. That's just like in here. We have father figures in here. So if you're giving the order, shut your damn mouth and just do it, man. So go ahead, bro.
Verse 18. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed. Verse 19. If he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed.
Right. So if you and your brother get into it, you happen to hit your brother, right, with a stone. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all argue back and forth, and whatever happens to this brother, when he fall down, if he don't die, then guess what is it saying? How about?
Read it again for me.
Verse 19. If he raise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed.
So like the minister is basically saying, like, if he get up and he's okay, but he's still hurt, like you gotta pay for that, him being hurt for that time.
All right, so what's the spirit of this then? Now that's what we read, but what's the spirit behind it?
Salakia. The basically responsible for anything you do to your brother. You are your brother's keeper.
Don't ever say that in here. Yeah, that's some of that New Jack City and my brother's keeper. And ain't that what he said? And what did he do to him once he said my brother's keeper? What did he do to him? You remember the movie, right? What happened in the movie? Somebody, come on, y'all remember?
He tried to murder.
Yeah. And guess who else said it? Okay. Say it again.
Salaki, sir, Cain said the same thing, and he went and slew his brother as well.
Right, and then what Cain did? You see how evil it was in the movie for them to even use that damn line? You got to know that the people that we're fighting up against and the spirits that we're fighting up against, these people know what imagery to place in front of our face, huh? It's our ignorance about our history and our traditions that cause us to suffer in this earth. Right. Even in that movie, the wickedness to even use that line goes to show the spirit of what their intent was when he said Cain against Cain and Abel.
Right, that's right. Good man.
But what's come on with it, Bunky, y'all?
Salakia, I mean, when Nino killed G-Money, it was to show you that you're killing your brother.
Right.
It was just reflective of what actually occurred via the Bible. They just put it in your face in real time to show you, you out here selling dope. You're selling dope to your brother. You out here shooting your brother. These things are very, very old. And this is what plagues our community. This is what plagues our nation from being that family, that royal family that we're supposed to be.
Right.
Salakia.
So, but let's get all the way back to it now. Now we know we're not using that brother. That's a anti-UPK term that we stay all the way away from, because we know why it was said in the spirit of YK said what he said to the Most High, right? Come on, Lucky.
No, Salaki and General Muhammad, he said that Cain had a fresh mouth. When he said that to the Most High power, it was very blasphemous for Cain to take that spirit on when he is responding to God. Right, Salaki.
Right. You don't want to have no fresh mouth, right? You don't want to do that at all in here. It's con out of one con, lie, keep it rocking. All right. You want to be exact with our terms.
That's right.
So, but what's the spirit of what's being said? Let me see. Now you was on the right path, but let me see if you lock it all the way home. You in the kitchen, let's turn the water on. You know what I'm saying? Where you at?
Let me hear one more time.
If you and Salah, you and young man Lamont get into an argument, right? And young man Lamont hit you with a boulder, and you fall down. Now the scripture said you're responsible for making sure this brother is toward, right? That's what the scripture said. But what's the spirit of this though? Come on with it, young man Lamont. You got it? Anger. That's true. You're angry. But what it said that you should never get in that, you should never be in that type of disagreement with your brother that you will cause harm anyway. You should always be in the mind that, guess what, I'm going to take care of you. And that's what, if there shouldn't be an argument. We should be able to resolve our issues. Right. You understand? So I can take care of you regardless. It ain't about me hitting you across the damn head. It's about me just being a brother to you. You know what I'm saying? But this has to be now to learn how, because children of Israel, that's just we're Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's in here for a reason, because it must have happened, or it's going to happen. You understand? But we want to get to a point where we're so polite and courteous and kind to one another, where it's Salaki. Right. Drop it. I don't want to hit you across the damn head with no rock, man. I'd rather be a brother to you than we get in. You see brothers get into it over a basketball game. Who the best, LeBron James or Kobe Bryant? Now they fight about two things, and neither one of them have control over. Ain't neither one of them shot a basketball. One 240 pounds and 5'6", and the other one is 4'11". You know what I'm saying? 130 pounds. Ain't shot not one basketball nowhere. They had a what you arguing for, man? Right. Right. Read on, brother.
Verse 20. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Right.
Once again, this shows you that our oppressor is a merciless bastard, man. You understand? We have tons. We have so many brothers that have died. We just call the truth about it is this has been a Holocaust for us in this nation, living up under the oppressor. But he's not living by this. You understand? As us, we knew how to treat each other. There were certain things that we just could not do. So if a brother was working for you, and he did something, and you did something to him, you weren't supposed to kill this brother. Because if you did, guess what? You were responsible for it. Right. All right. That meaning what it's saying is, if you're in my care, I'm responsible for you. That's right. I should never do anything that cause you hurt or harm, because I'm responsible for you. Right. For every man that's in the city of Fayetteville, my job is to make sure nothing comes upon each and every last one of y'all. You understand? Right. I'm a servant to y'all, even though if I say, hey, bro, y'all, I need you to grab such and such and such for me. But I'm a servant to you brothers in here. Commander General Hunter, he's a servant to all of us. That's why he moves the way he moves. Right. To make sure every one of us is taken care of. Right. But in turn, guess what we're supposed to do? Everything that he asks us to do. That's right. Because we know at the end of the day, he's made up in his mind, he's going to give his life to make sure we all have what we need. That's right. That's why we tell the young brothers, when you get out of the vehicle, guess what? Go pump the gas. Mm-hmm. Go pump the gas for the highest ranking man. Go ask him, Salaki, sir, do you need anything out of the store, sir? Salaki, sir, may I grab your bags? This is a form of humility for the young brothers growing up, so that way when you get up in rank, you don't be a damn tyrant. But it also gives the authority figure, brother, if you have to lay down your life for me, it is to all. If I have to give my life, you don't want to be like, man, he died for me, man, and I ain't even deserve that, man. Be a brother to be like, you know what? If Officer Zion has to leave this earth, I know I gave that brother 110% every time he asked me to do something, man. That goes a long way out. And it goes right back to what Judas did. The way he turned in Yahushua, guess what? He couldn't even carry it. He realized that he had made a grave mistake in taking them funds, man.
Right.
As to why, what did he end up doing, Quidon? Yeah. You don't want to be that brother. You don't want to be the brother that calls somebody else harm, and then you feel the guilt that carries that, man. You don't want to be that person.
That's right.
So switch it. Be responsible for one another.
Right.
Learn to care for one another. Learn how to deal with somebody who's actually doing the work for you.
Right.
You can't be a tyrant. What are you doing here, brother? I don't want to do that. And there's a time where brothers are. You can be stern. What's the other scripture that goes into what? Austere, but it's another one that I'm talking about. Forward. That's the word I'm looking for. Forward, right? You can be a brother that's forward, but guess what though? It's not. I'm not gonna harm a brother though. Right. You may have a brother that may be a lot more aggressive than the next brother, but his job should never be to harm another brother.
That's right.
You understand? All right, read on.
Verse 21. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money.
He is his what?
His money.
Right. This brother working for you, man. Right. Y'all brothers in here making sure I'm straight. So I should never be here. Hey, I'll come here and break your leg. Right. You know what I'm saying? Come here, let me see your finger for a second. You know what I'm saying? Look like Salaki, so I got a headache. Let me see your fingers. Y'all remember that on yeah, to give you something to take your mind out that pain and break your fingers. Right. Read on.
Verse 22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief, like mischief, follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine.
So what the best way to avoid all of this? Don't hurt your wife while she carrying the child, man. Right. You understand? What's the goal is, man? You see a woman in travail, hey, don't make it worse for her. You did? Right. Be a brother. There's a, Jeremiah said this out, there's a current or a flow to everything that's in the Bible. You understand? There's a current or flow to everything in the Bible. And what it really boils down to is keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, and learn how to be a brother or a sister to one another. That's the flow of these scriptures, huh? That's the river that flows throughout the Bible. Yeah, think about it. Us being so competitive, so strong, all of us having a gift to one another. We're always gonna, you know what I'm saying, have that competitive spirit, bunk, y'all. But what should quell that competitive spirit is our love for one another. That's right. You understand? Like really understand. Like, don't be so quick to make your judgment the only judgment. Like, don't be so quick to be the judge and executioner at the same time because you think it's something in your damn head. Right. That may not always be true. Be willing to give a brother or sister the benefit of the doubt. You want to be the judge, jury, and the what? Executioner. That's right. Who the hell? Who are you? What say you? What made you so right? We have to learn how to be brothers to one another. All right? That's the last verse on that? Come on.
Verse 23. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life.
Y'all know what that means. Life for life. She lost her child. If you did something that caused her to lose her child, then guess what? Oh, yeah. You see how it really was? So the best thing that the brother can do or sister can do is not even put yourself in that situation in the first place. Right? Let's learn how to just be a brother. Right. But I know. Yeah, I know. You're always right and he's always wrong. Right? And I said, yeah, you know. But how do we know this, Quidon?
Salaji said this is Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Yeah, okay. Most High Christ. I think okay. So that's why I said here.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Most High Christ. That's it.
Okay, just up here, Elijah.
Al-Bakahan by Yahweh, by Yahshua.
Al-Bakahan by Yahweh, by Yahshua.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Ashar Barakathon.
Yahweh Hashem, Ashar Barakathon.
It's Shabbat, it's up here.
Chart right there on the board. Right there.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 24 in the Hebrew. Ayan, the Kap, Ayan, Shan, the Kap, Shan, Yad, the Kap, Yad, Regal, the Kap, Regal, verse 25. Kawa, Ya, the Kap, Kawaya, Patazai, the Kap, Patazai, Kaba, Wara, the Kap, Haba, Wara, verse 26. Wakaya, Yaka, Ayash, At, Ayan, Ibadwa, Iwa, At, Ayan, Imatwa, Washak, Ta, Laka, Pasha, it's like it, Laka Pashaya, Yasha, Lak Nawa, the Kat, Aya Nawa, verse 27. Wa'am, Shan, Ibadwa, Iwa, Shan, Imatwa, Yapa, Yaw, Laka, Pashaya, Yasha, Lak Nawa, the Kat, Shanawa, verse 28. Wakaya, Yagak, Shawar, At, Ayash, Awa, At, Aisha, Wamat, Sakawal, Saka, Slakin, Wasakal, Ha, Shawar, Wala'a, Ya'akal, At, Basha, Bashar, Waba, Al, Hashawar, Nakya, verse 29. Wa'am, Shawar, Nagak, Hawa'a, Matamal, Shalasham, Waha, Wa'aid, Baba I, Layawa, Wala'a, Yashamar Nawa, Waha, Mayat, Ayash, Awa, Asha, Hashawar, Sa, Slaki, Wasakal, Ragum, Ba'ai, Layawa, Wama, Slaki, Yawamat, verse 30. Kapar, Yawa Shat, Alya Wa, Wana Thun, Padayan, Napashua, Kakal, Ashar, Yawa Shat, Alyawa. That's it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 24. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
Oh, so like, where you at? Yeah, 21 and 24. Go back.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Verse 25. Burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. Verse 26. And if a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. Verse 27. And if he smite him out.
Hold on, Salaki. Y'all read this and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Good night.
But you see why Yahawashi had to come and execute the law, man. You see why Yahawashi had to break these things down, because if I hate it, young man Lamont, you do something to me, I'm gonna do it back to you. You understand? If we dealing with each other a spirit of hatred and not trying to come together, then guess what? Just understanding the basic premise of the law is going to allow us to never come together. You understand? But Yahawashi raised the stakes on all of this. Because you, my brother, and you do something wrong against me, guess what, brother? Salakia, I'm gonna let you slide for this one. But then there were things also in place that, guess what, you can mitigate the issue or change the issue. You understand? And that's what Yahawashi was saying. Don't be so quick to take the low road against your brother or sister all the damn time, man. Don't be so quick to do it. It's a reason to push your old man down some stairs, but something you just don't do. You understand? So like it's a reason to punch an old woman in the stomach. You understand? But guess what? You some things you just don't do. I'm sorry. Now they say you wouldn't hit a man with glasses. It's that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Then somebody will be like, I'm gonna pull your glasses down and hit you in the face anyway. But they said, man, nah, just have common courtesy and think about what you're doing to one another. That's what it's saying. Come on with it.
Like Muhammad said, integrity.
Integrity. Have some integrity. Have some integrity, man. That's what it takes. All right, read on now, Bob.
Verse 27. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake.
Right. What is this saying? Anybody know? The fact that you did enough harm to the brother, man, let it go. You know what I'm saying? You got to destroy it, brother. It's almost like you kick him when he down. You understand? You just knocked the man tooth out his mouth. Let him live, soldier. Don't be so treacherous and harsh with one another, man. Don't even let it get that far. What these young brothers nowadays, what they call it? I ran down on him. You're going to stand over him and hit him a couple more times to make sure he's dead. What? Read on.
Verse 28. If an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit.
What is this saying? And what is quit for OE? OE English Bible show. You got it in the if you're looking at it in your blue letter about what's that word in blue letter?
The Hebrew word for it is nakayah. It says clean, free from, exempt, clear, innocent, free from punishment, or free of exempt from obligations.
Right. So this owner, he would not be free. You know what I'm saying? He responsible for it. But tell me, what's the spirit of this? Why is this in here? What is this being said? Why is it being said?
Come on. It's like a mason, basically saying you're responsible for your actions.
Yeah, you're responsible for everything that you have, If somebody's working for you, they lose their life, you know what I'm saying, working for you behind an ox, you know what's going to happen, and you be like, oh, man, I don't know what happened. You don't think they got a family that loves them? You don't think that that's somebody's son? That's somebody's father? You're responsible for taking care of one another. That's what it's saying. Like, let me bring it up so we understand it. If you got a daughter and your daughter's outside playing, and my pit bull get a loose, and my pit bull bites a child, Lord forbid, right? Am I gonna say, well, you should have kept it's wrong of me to say you should keep them nappy-head kids from over here in the first damn place. You understand? The responsibility starts with me saying, guess what? These are my dogs. I'm responsible for them. Because if I don't take responsibility, guess what's going to happen to me at the end of the day? I'm definitely going to have a strife between my brother. Right. You don't think young man Lamont be mad at me if a dog bit you and you know it's my dog? How you gonna look at me for like the dog? You don't Lord forbid you pass away, but say when you live, how you gonna look at me for the rest? If I be like, man, hey, I guess you had on the wrong color. How you gonna look at me? Oh, you gonna be pissed off every time you see me. And at some point, you can be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I got something for him. I got something for him. I'm gonna slash all his tires, put baloney on his hood. You know what I'm saying? To mess up his candy paint job. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. Lord said, man, be responsible for the things that you have and the people that are around you. Right. Read on.
Verse 29. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in a slakia, but if the ox were wont to push with his horn in times past, and it hath been testified to his owner, and he hath not kept him in, but that he hath killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death.
Man, you know what this ox been doing. Right. You know this is a vicious animal. Right. You understand? This ox is not. You're not trained this animal well enough, so it causes one of our brothers his life. So therefore, guess what? All right.
Verse 30. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him.
Yeah, that's what we just said, right? That what young man Lamont said. Let me go ahead and give him this bread, man. Right. All right, that's it.
Just up here, imagine.
I am done by Yahweh, by Yahweh. Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat.
You shopping just up here? This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 31 in the Hebrew. Kapar, Slaki, verse 31. Awa, Ban, Yagak, Awa, Bat, Yagak, Kama, Shapat, Hazah, Ya Aisha, Lawa, verse 32. Ibad, Yagak, Hashawar, Awa, Ama, Kasap, Shalashayam, Shakwalyam, Yatan, La'ad, Na Yawa, Wahashawar, Yasa Kwal, verse 33. Wakaya, Yapatak, Ayash, Bawar, Awa, Kaya, Yakara, Ayash, Bar, Wala'a, Yaka Sanawa, Wana Gal, Slaki, Wana Pal, Shema, Shawar, Awa, Kamawar, verse 34, Baal, Habawar, Yashalam, Kasap, Yashayab, Labai Laya Wa, Wahamat, Yahaya Lawa, verse 35, Wakaya, Yagap, Shawar, Ayash, Ath, Shawar, Ra'ai Hawa, Ramat, Wamakarwa, Ath, Hashawar, Takaya, Slaka, Hakaya, Waka Tazoa, Ath, Kasa, Kasapwa, Wagam, Ath, Hamat, Yakat Tazawan, verse 36. Okay, verse 36. It's like Awa, Nawa Dai, Kaya, Shawar, Nagak, Hawa'a, Mataza, Mata Mawal, Shalasham, Wala'a, Yashamar Nawa, Baal Yawa, Shalom, Yashalam, Shawar, Takan, Hashawar, Waha Mat, Yahaya Lawa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Yaga, Nab, Ayash, Shawar, Awa, Shah, Wata Bakawa, Awa, Makarwa, Kamasha, Bakwar, Yashalam, Takan, Hashawar, Wa'arabai, Taza'an, Takan, Salaki, Takat, Hasha.
Book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 31. Whether he have Gor a son or have Gor a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. Verse 32. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned.
Right.
Verse 33. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, verse 34, it's like, the owner of the pit shall make it good and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his.
What is this saying? What's the spirit of all that's being said? Come on with it.
So, like, if I may, man, it's like, just be responsible for your actions, man. It's like, you sat here and dug a pit. You know my ox is running around here. At least put a barrier around that pit so that my ox, when he see it, he's not going to run into it. Or if it's already dug, you got to put something other that's going to stop that ox. So if it still runs through it, that's that ox fault.
As a nation of people, we have to learn how to take care of one another. We have to learn how to take care of one another. All right? That's right. The things that's important to my brother right here has to become important to me as well. Right. Like his family, his children have to become, I have to understand, I guess what, it's important. See, in our mind, we try to do this thing where you didn't do what I want you to do, and that we make up these provisions in our heads to hate one another. Right. And then, when somebody challenges you on it, then it's like, now it's an argument. Right. Make it simple. Make it simple. And these scriptures are broken down for us to understand it, because we the people that we were people that worked in the fields and herded cattle and farmed and plant and made things with our hands, and that's in spirit. That's who we are, plain people. You understand? Right. Ain't nothing complicated about us. Hard work. If you pay me for my hard work, I'm cool. Come on with it, brother.
So Salaki Adawan, we got a question online.
Go ahead.
From Sister Olivia Arnold. And she's asking, what does it mean when it say the moon shall not, she said swipe, but smite me by night, and the sun shall not smite me by day?
It's talking about, and this in the prayers, I'm assuming the sister's talking about, right?
Psalm 121.
We got it right quick so we can read it. So and we gonna try to, like you said, we normally, when it's our job to answer the question, but it's outside of the, I know you heard us in the prayers, so I'm gonna break it down in the prayers the sister asked, okay?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 6.
Read up above it, Baba.
I'll start at start at 1. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from which cometh my help.
From what?
From which cometh my help.
My help coming from, go ahead.
The Most High, which made heaven and earth.
Go ahead.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that what?
Keepeth thee will not slumber.
Go ahead.
Behold, verse 4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall not neither slumber nor sleep.
The Most High ain't gonna slumber or sleep. The Most High is gonna take care of us.
Right.
That's just what's saying, right? The responsibilities of the Lord, he don't miss. You understand? He gonna make sure you are taken care of, sis. Read on.
Come on, verse 5. The Most High is thy keeper.
The Most High is what?
Thy keeper.
Now you depending on some rock out there in the bushes.
The Most High is thy keeper.
What we walk around with the cross on our neck and the crucifix, and something happen, you go to grabbing your cross and like it's gonna do something. What else? Read it again.
The Most High is thy keeper.
For the one that I think that they Catholic, they want to, that the rosary beads want to count them over and all this. The Most High is our keeper.
That's right.
Read on.
The Most High is thy shade upon thy right hand.
He's our what?
Thy shade upon thy right hand.
So what would shade do in this scenario? Protect you from harm, right? That what shade is known for. When it's hot outside, old folks say, go out there and get up under the what? The shade tree. You understand? The Most High is thy shade. Read on.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Because why wouldn't the sun smite thee by day? Because you have what? Because you have shade, right? And smite thee by day, meaning what? While you're out working, while you're out moving about, meaning you're not at rest, if I may, right? And when you're not at rest, you're going to need covering. So the Lord is our what? Thy shade. Right? Read on.
Like if I may, the word smite is to strike, smite, hit, beat, slay, or kill.
Right. Read on.
Come. The Lord, so like the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night. Meaning, guess what? If you're traveling, sometimes you may travel at night. No matter what's going on, the Lord is still have you taken care of, sis. He is still your covering. Read on.
Come, verse 7. The Most High shall preserve thee from all evil.
Whether in the
sun or the night. Moon by night.
No, use what's in
so
there.
Like the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night.
Right. All right. So in all that, the Lord shall preserve you, sis. Lord willing, I answered the question. All right. So just give me a thumbs up. Let me know if yay or nay, if that's the answer that understanding of the scripture for you. Okay. Lord willing, that's answer. All right. That was the end of that. That was the end of that scripture, though. That mean that verse. He shall preserve thy what? Go ahead, good. Let's finish that. Okay. I like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
The book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 7. The Lord, the Most High, shall preserve thee from all evil.
From some evil.
From all evil.
From the things that you can't see.
From all evil.
From the things that you can see.
From all evil.
The thing that's in your head.
From all evil.
The thing that some brother done did to you.
From all evil.
Something that some sister done did to you.
From all evil.
The thing that the government is planning.
From all evil.
Army, Air Force,
from
Marines.
All evil.
All evil. Read on.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, the Most High shall preserve thy going out.
Going out, now what?
Thy going out.
Even when you're in the what? The sun.
Oh, come.
Even if you're under the moon.
Right.
None of these things should hurt you, even in thy going out. Go ahead.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in. Read on.
From this time forth and even forevermore.
It's a prayer. It's just like, the Christian church used to tell us, you come up in the church, the first prayer you want to teach your children is the Lord's Prayer.
Right.
You taught the Lord's Prayer, but we never understood what it meant.
That's right.
We didn't understand. If we did, we would understand, forgive our debts, and we forgive our what? Oh, we ain't nobody. You ain't forgetting. We don't forgive nobody for nothing. It's 2022, and we don't let nothing pass. So I'm stuck with it in the mindset that guess what? That even as a child, you didn't understand the Lord's Prayer.
If I may, sir,
please, Bible.
It say in earth as it is in heaven.
Right.
But we supposed to die to get out of heaven, though, sir.
Come on,
Salaki.
No understanding, right? All right. So yeah, we have to learn to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, be brothers and sisters to one another, and know that the Most High has us covered. He's not gonna have you covered in the sun or night if you're selling dope on the corner at the 7-Eleven. Right. You understand? He's not gonna have you covered in that strip club swinging up and down that pole. All dancers hit the floor at 2:00 in the morning. He's not gonna have you covered. He's not gonna have you when you're out there, doing whatever you're doing in the middle of the day. Beating up your brother about some corn chips or something. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't with you about none of that, man. Right. Arguing with one another from the time the sun come up to the sun go down. Can't say good morning to one another. Can't say shalom to one another. Man. If you want the Most High to be on your side, you better learn how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You better learn how to be a brother. Right. Or that sun will smite you by day and the moon what? By night. All right. So if you're gonna say a prayer asking for the Lord to protect you from all evil, then you may want to be doing what he asks of you. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Like verse 35, book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 35. And if one man's ox hurt another that he die, then they shall sell the live ox and divide the money of it.
Y'all see that? Come on, man. We got to take care of each other. This is what this is saying. But all these laws are in here so we can learn how to protect one another. How to make sure we don't become enemies to one another. Right. All right. Read on.
Come. And the dead ox they shall divide. It's like in the dead ox also they shall divide.
Okay.
Verse 36. Or if it be known that the ox had used to push in time past, and his owner had not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own.
Oh, we just raised the stakes because you knew what was going on as the owner, right? All right. I pray you understand. Read on.
Book of Exodus chapter 22 and verse 1. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep.
Y'all see this, right? Well, why is this in here, Warrior? Well, why is this being said? Right. So this should be an incentive. Am I saying that right, Bunk, y'all? An incentive. This should be an incentive for what?
Compensation.
Or an incentive. Yes, compensation, but what else? Come on. Right. Give him a hand. You understand? This is an incentive to you to let you know, hey, if you steal some of mine, you better think about what you're doing. Just an incentive for us to not do it. Don't even put it in your head. Don't even go to that thought. You see something that doesn't belong to you, instead of you thinking about how can you get it, what should go through your head? It doesn't belong to you. That's the only thing that could go through your head. No, that don't look like it belong to me. I think I should. Nah, that don't belong to me. You know what I'm saying? That woman, oh, she look good. She married? Oh, that don't belong to me. Right. Don't even think it in your head. Fight those thoughts. I promise you, it'll save you a whole lot of trouble. Cause that one ox gonna cost you what? 5, and that one sheep gonna cost you what? Man, come on, man. Leave it alone. Read on.
Just up here, imagine.
Present yourself. Young man Lamont. On Yahweh. On Yashala. Young man Lamont. On Yahweh. On Yashala. Yahweh. I.S.U.P.K.
Just up here, Yeshabia, meaning be seated. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Bamakatarat, Yama Taza'ah, Haganab, Wahaka, Ramat, Ayan, Lawa, Damayam, verse 3. Zaraka, Hashamash, Aliyawa, Damayam, Lawa, Shalom, Yashalom, Sham, Ayan, Lawa, Wana, Makar, Baganabatwa, verse 4. Hamataza'ah, Tamataza'ah, Bayadwa,
Haganaba, Mashawar, Id, Kamawar, Id, Shah, Kaya Yum, Shana Yum, Yashalom. Verse 5, Kaya, Yaba'ar, Ayash, Shada, Awa, Karam, Washalak, At, Ba'a Yara, Waba'ar, Bashada, Akar, Maya Tab, Shada Hawa, Wama Yatab, Karamwa, Yashalom. Verse 6, Kaya, Tataza'a, Ash, Wama Taza'a, Kwatazayum, Wana Akal, Gadayash, Awa, Hakwama, Awa, Hashada, Shalom, Yashalom, Hama Ba'ar, Ath, Haba Ira, verse 7, Kaya, Yathan, Ayash, Al, Ra'ahwa, Kasap, Awa, Kalyam, Lashamar, Waga Nab, Mabayat, Ha'ayash, Yamataza'ah, Haganab, Yashalom, Shanyum. What's the last one? Verse 8. La'ah, Yamataza'ah, Hagana. It's like a Haganab, Wana Korab, Baal, Habayat, Al, Ha'alahayim, La'ah, Shalak, Yadwa, Bama La'akat, Ra'ai Hawa. That's it.
Exodus chapter 22 and verse 2. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall be no blood be shed for him. Verse 3. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him. For he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. Verse 4.
All this should go through your mind once again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be a thief. Don't steal from your brother. You understand? You want to know how to preserve a nation and trust in one another? Stop stealing from one another. Stop trying to get over on one another. Be responsible for the things that you have and what the things that you have and what they do. You got a dog, chain the dog up. Don't turn him into a damn killer. If he's gonna turn him into a killer, make sure you don't push him past everybody. Don't let him roam free. All right, a dog. You gonna train a dog? Make sure the dog is you to protect your home. Somebody come inside the home. All right, there's ways to do it if you actually give a damn.
Yes, sir.
All right, read on.
Verse 4. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double.
Don't steal. All right, don't steal. If you don't have it, and if I catch you stealing because you don't have it, then what you gonna give it back? You might well just ask for it, if I may. You supposed to go to your brother and say, Salakia, hey brother, I see you got some extra. You mind if you know what? What's the saying that they say? It's better to ask for come on. Yeah, that's the lie that they tell, right? You know what I'm saying? But to be a righteous brother, you rather ask for permission first. Right. Don't that's why the scripture said be in debt to no man. Right. Don't owe somebody. Why wouldn't you just make it right in front of the very jump? Right. So like it, bro, let me borrow your car, man. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? he was still a brother car, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, my brother may be like, you know, man, I'll take you down there, man. Look, that'll solve a lot of issues we want to bunk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It'll allow us to actually build camaraderie with one another, man. And as a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we need it. We definitely need it. It's time for us to try to figure out what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? I heard this morning the lights went off in some brother's crib or whatnot. I was out of it. You know what I'm saying? Sleep to sleep. Lights off. Oh yeah, all right. Go to bed. But in waking up, you understand that guess what? Somebody lights may have still been off. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, food, what they call it, the diabetic medicine, you know what I'm saying, may needed some help. We're supposed to be there for one another. You understand? But some things, you know what I'm saying, life, we learn along the way. All right, let's go.
Verse 5, if a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution.
What is this saying? Come on.
It's like when May said, your dog come over here and eat my dog food.
Yeah.
You gotta come give me some of your dog food out here.
Come on, you once again, you're responsible for the things that you have. Your beast going to another man's vineyard, guess what? You're messing with this man's livelihood. You understand? It allows us to understand the thing that we should have as brothers and sisters, because we need each other to survive. You just can't think about what your ox need. You got to be thinking about what my ox need too. You can't just think about what your family needs. You got to be thinking about what my family needs too. And if you think like that, it would stop us from what? Stealing from one another. Come on.
And so like you said, it's so heavy. I think it was Yahawashi said what brotherhood, the whole law hinges on brotherhood. Because this is nothing but brotherhood.
Nothing but brotherhood. That's what I'm saying. This is the river that flows throughout the Bible. You understand? We talk about what's actually in these scriptures. It's talk about, that's the flow of it. Brotherhood, looking out for one another. It's like a shoestring, if I may, right? You got a shoestring and you tie it, you pull it, so that way it fits. You understand? Without the law, it's like wearing shoes without strings, if I may. They still shoes, right? But if they ain't properly laced up, they slide right off your feet. And that's what's been happening to us as a nation of people. The law had been slid off our foot. So guess what? When you step on a rock, you feel it, right? When you step on ice, it's cold. When you step on glass, it hurt. And guess the results of it, man? We bleeding out every goddamn well, man. Can we walking around without the very thing that's supposed to be protecting us? Lace up the goddamn shoestrings, huh? Sis, put the shoe on and lace it up. Y'all ever heard that? You gonna wear it? Damn it, wear it. Am I saying anything foreign? Okay, that's what we're supposed to be doing as a nation of people. I know it's strange. I know it sounds strange because all the anity that's out there in the earth, all the isms and schisms that's in the earth. But those things have nothing to do with understanding what's actually in the Bible. Put on your boots. I said shoes, I mean boots. So like it, we soldiers. Put on the boots and lace up the strings, if I may. Lace double tie them. And then do double time to get this work done, all right? Don't do regular time, do double time. And I ain't talking about your goddamn slavery either. Read on.
Verse.
Get started this morning. All right, go ahead.
Heating up a bit.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 6. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stacks of corn or the standing corn or the field be consumed there within, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution.
Yeah, why you think you're gonna do something to somebody's livelihood and you ain't got no responsibility for it? If you think like that, you a good old American. The white man done a good job with you. You understand? White man love you. That's the kind of brother you are. He love you when you go and steal from one another, man. He loves us. He loves it when we sell drugs to one another, man. He loves us when our women have abortions. He loves you when you celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving. He loves to see it in that damn line spending your hard-earned money for no damn reason at all for Christmas. The oppressor loves to see us like this. He loves it. If I was trying to rule over somebody, I would do, yeah, go ahead and hurt each other. Rap music, yeah, I like it. Turn it up loud. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Your mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, dog, cat. Kill them all. Yes, #1 seller. Oppressor, love it. Let's come together. Let's heal. Let's talk. Let's deal with each other according to the law. Up, anti. No. Ain't that what they do, Kuda? You gonna shit that? No, that together stuff. That's too much love. That's anti-Semitic. Yeah, no. Nope. Shut it out. Nope, shut it down. I think when Jim Commander Junior Hunter was like, are you wrong if somebody steals from you? Are you wrong for calling them a thief? Lie. If somebody rapes a child, are you wrong for calling them a rapist? So why are we wrong for what we say that's according to this Bible? Right. And not only that, what we've been through as a nation of people. Why is it? If you went to court and the judge say, well, hey, Mr. Ferguson, the man that stole the $20 out of your car, is he in the courtroom? And you would say, yes, Your Honor, he's in the courtroom. And the judge say, well, Mr. Ferguson, could you point to the man that stole the $20 from you? And you say, you know what? I would point to him, but how can you convict anyone if you won't even point to the person who done you harm? I see him, Your Honor, but y'all better learn to call the oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You understand? You're never going to get free until you instead of blaming yourself, we have to blame the one that actually done the crime. You understand? All right, read on, brother.
Verse 7, if a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double.
Y'all heard that, right? If I give, hey, I'll hold my phone for me, and I come back get my phone. You be like, man, somebody stole my phone. You know what I'm saying? You be like, somebody stole it, right? Even though it's in your responsibility, but we find a thief. So guess what? Therefore, I'm gonna charge who? I'm gonna charge the thief, right? All right, read on.
If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods.
Ain't that righteous? So if we don't find the thief, let's bring this before the judges, right? To see what? Let's just hear the man out, right? Because I want to know, did you steal it or did the thief steal it? That's us as a nation of people. But so many times, if we had these things here, it would save us so much time, so much trouble, man. So without these laws, statutes, and commandments, we are definitely a lost nation of people. You understand? All right? Without laws, you have what? Chaos. All right? That's it.
Come. Up here, Majum.
Trooper Warrior, Banya Shalom.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22. Chapter 22, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Al, Kal, Dabar, Pasha'ai, Al, Shawar, Al, Kamawar, Al, Shah, Al, Shalom, Shalama, Al, Kal, Abadah, Ashar, Ya'amar, Kaya, Hawa'ah, Zah, Aid, Ha'alahayim, Yaba'ah, Dabar, Shun Yahum, Ashar, Yerashai, Slakin, Yerasha'ain, Alahum, Slakin, Alahayam, Yashalam, Shun Yum, Lara I Hawa, verse 10. Khan, Flakaya, Yathan, Ayash, Al, Ra'ai Hawa, Hamawar, Awa, Shawar, Awa, Shah, Wakal, Bahama, Lashamar, Wamat, Awa, Nashabar, Awa, Nashabah, Ayan, Ra'ah, verse 11. Shaba'ith, Yahweh, Taha Yah, Bayan, Shana Yahum, La'ah, Shalak, Yadwa, Bamala Akat, Ra'ai Hawa, Wala Kak, Ba'ai La Yawa, Wala Yashalam, verse 12. Not Slaki, Ganab, Yaganab, Ma'ai Mawa, Yashalam, La Ba'ai La Yawa, Slaki, verse 13. Sarap, Yasarap, Yaba'a Hawa, Aid, Haita Rapa, La'ah, Yashalom. Verse 14. Wakaya, Yasha'ala, Ayash, Ma'aim, Ra'ai Hawa, Ranasha Bar, Awa, Mat, Ba'ai, Ba'al Yawa, Ayan, Imawa, Shalom, Yashalom. Verse 15. Ba'al Yawa, Imawa, La'ah, Yashalom, Shakayar, Hawa'a, Ba'a, Bashakawara.
Y'all clap it up. Get his brother a hand over here, man. It's if you ever looked at this Hebrew and you had not studied, brother, it is a gift from the Lord. You understand? It's not something to be taken lightly. You see a brother that read this Hebrew out, it is a gift. You understand? And it's something that you have to, just like any other gift, you can have a gift, but if you don't work at it, then what it's not going to matriculate into something. And that, am I using that word right, Bunky? Yeah. But it's not going to produce. It's not going. Yeah, it sounds like it go there. It ain't going to matriculate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that gift that the Most High gives each and every last one of us and then use it to help his people, not for your own selfish gains. And so much of this world is built upon, we take capitalism to a whole nother level. And we try to imitate exactly what the oppressor has done. When the Lord gives you a gift, you have to figure out a way how to help your people. With the money that the Most High gives you, you get a Lord that 10%. You do that first to the preaching prophets of the Lord, so he can help the people. But guess what? After you get that 10% in your mind, you should be thinking like, you know what? How can I help our people with the Most High, with the finances that the Lord has given me? How can I do it? How can I do it? Because if you're not thinking like that, you're only thinking about what you can gain from what you have already. And that's going to create a wedge between you and your brothers, between you and your sisters. So it's a gift that you have, just like the brother in this Sabbath service. When he get out here and read these scriptures, he doing this to teach our people that, guess what? It can be done. You look at that Paleo Hebrew, I'm like, man, I'll never be able to do that, man. Guess what? He doing it. You understand? He's doing it. It's like brothers coming to the school. We say how we give a greeting to one another. And if you first come in here, you like, man, what are they saying to one another? You know, so just like your man Lamont, he's like, what are they saying to one another? But when the Lord gives us a gift for language to speak to one another, see, you rehearse that righteous act, and guess what? Before long, you'll be saying, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah. You understand? And that becomes a gift, because that's how we greet one another in passing. This also saying, may the Lord be with you. You understand? It's a way to speak to each other that only we understand, because it's our gift that the Lord gave us. It's the holy tongue. It's a separate tongue. It's the language of the what? Of the angels, if I may. So that's what the Lord gives us. So that's why I say each time you see a young man or brother reading this Hebrew and breaking it down and doing the Sabbath service, brother, it's it's a gift and it's a sacrifice too as well. You understand? All right, so you ready? And it should be a challenge to all of our brothers and sisters to take the bull by the horns, if I may. This your culture. That's what the Lord gave you, the holy language. When we say the Lord's name, we talking, we say the prayers in your name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. We talking to the Lord, man. Them angels sitting around waiting. Let me see what he gonna say. When we say the prayers and we say the prayers for our brothers and our sisters, the angels sitting around waiting to see what we're gonna say, Bunk, y'all. Waiting to take them prayers to the Lord. So what are you praying for? Lottery numbers, that Range Rover, your BBL, a safe recovery from your BBL. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand, we got our thing, but guess what? Pray for our people. Like we say, may your will be done. Not my will. I can think of tons of things that I think that I would want in my mind. What is that the Most High want? Let me start that first. All right. Go ahead and read, brother.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 9.
Go ahead.
For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lost things.
For all manner of trespass. All manner of trespass. He just gave you the rundown of these trespasses that Israel have made against each other. Have or will do and have done. You understand? Read on.
Which another challengeth to be his. The cause of both parties shall come before the judges.
Go ahead.
And whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay back double unto his neighbor.
This should also be an incentive to do what? Not steal. Right. In all manners, don't do it. Read on.
Verse 10. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or a sheep, or any beast, to keep it and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it. Verse 11. Then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he have not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. Verse 14. And if a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. Verse 15. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be in higher things, it came from his hire.
And the breakdown of everything that the Lord has allowed us to go over this morning, man, we're responsible for each other and the things that each one of us have. At the spirit, we start looking out. You ever heard of the neighborhood watch? Right. Well, what the hell is what good is a neighborhood watch if the neighbors aren't watching out for each other? That's why when we lived in our own neighborhoods, we would know who came in and out of our neighborhoods. You know where the term hunky came from? Anybody know? You ever heard of the term hunkies? Why they call the oppressor hunkies? Say again, you have some? Make sure you raise your hand. Go ahead. Oh, that's George Jefferson, Bunk. Yo, you know why they call them hunkies? Somebody look it up right quick before we get up. I'm curious to know. We're gonna get up out of here after this one. I'm curious to know why they call them the oppressor hunkies. The history of the organic history of the hunky. He shouldn't say it, but why is this in here? This is educational purposes only. It's not to be a slanderous term. We're trying to learn what this word means. Anybody find anything?
You said this what, Wikipedia otherwise says honky, also spelled honky or sometimes honky, is a pejorative term used to refer to white people or the oppressor, predominantly heard in the United States. The first recorded use of honky in this context may date back to 1946, although the use of honky tonk occurred in films before the time. So it's not saying it's like. It says Hungarian, and honk may be a variant of hunky, which was a derivative of bohunk, a slur for various Slavic and Hungarian immigrants who moved to America from Austro-Hungarian Empire in the early 1900s.
Scratch that. I'm gonna give you, in our neighborhoods back in the time where they used to have these brothels in the black neighborhood, right? And the oppressor would come through the neighborhood, and he didn't want to be seen in our neighborhoods. Instead of him going to the brothels, he would blow the horn for the slave, for the sisters that was offering services, so that way he didn't have to stay long in the black community. He ride through and do what? He was honk his horn. And they was the oppressor coming through, sleeping with the sisters and in the brothels when they was having sex in what they call them, whole houses or whatever. The oppressor come through there, hit the horn, the 403, walk out the house, whatever, and that's how he would drive off. But I brought all that up to say, guess what? You know what I'm saying? In our neighborhoods, we knew when somebody was coming who wasn't supposed to be there. But today, our gates languish. We have no protection, and people come in and do whatever that they want to do in the black community. Anything that they want to do to us, and they hurt us. These scriptures that we read on today was about us helping and protecting each other and our ways of living and the way we eat. You understand? And with that, I'm out of here.
I imagine, meaning the stand. Saw one Yaha Slaki. Saw Wapan Yaha Kwadam, meaning turn and face the east. We're gonna get ready to say these prayers. I'm gonna start off in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Hayab, Shemka, Yahawa, Malatuka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Hayab, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayab, Bashamayim, Nathalano, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalakno, Kabawatno, Kasalakno, Kabawatino, Wala'a, Tabiayano, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayana, Mayan, Rai, Kayab, Lakab, Hamalakwit, Waha'alam, Wataparat, Lavalumium, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
This is the prayers for the power, the Hakak, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Baba Kashab, Nathalano, Hakak, La Pa'a, Ka Makala, Waka Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamata Zarayim, Hakak, La Hakim, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatama Allah, Lagar Shan, Bashim Yawasha, the water Aman.
In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for the rank and structure order of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Miyaka Alam, Wa Alahayim, Wa Tazabiyah, Alawap Yohana, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kwatazayonyam, Ha Koyoyoyam, Wa Agwatium, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman.
In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General YAHANNA, the generals, the cabinets, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, Ayunya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ayim, Isaiah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'aid Awalam.
In English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, for which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in for this time forth and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dam Yalaka, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'imra Yamwa, Saiwada, Wayata, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'alam, Awada, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Bariyat, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wayashma'alam, Yum, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'imawat, Wa'imalak, Palashap, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalahum, Kamajan, Kasayab, Sara'ah, Kayabyam, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashimadwa, Ba'ayadara, Hayawa, Daman, Layadama, Shayatamwa, Nadiyabmawa, Kayarab, Wakazabak, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ain, Kanasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashat, Lanawa, At, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Ira, Wakala Haba, Tahalat, Hariyam, Kantaradatma, Basai Rakam, Wabasam, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyahum, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ajaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya Ata, Shimka, Yahweh, Labadka, Ayawan, Alkaha Arataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be no more remembrance. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the habits of Tari. Ashur also is joined with them. They are hoping the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kason, where perished the Endor, that came at dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Harel, like Zahir, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel that stumble for the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir. Minute, sisters, you shop. You mean, sisters, be seated. Minute, Israel, gird thyself to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabrak, yeah.
Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabrak, yeah.
Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabrak, yeah. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabrak, yeah.
Switch with him. Okay, you can stay right here and you go to the right shoulder like he was up here. Right shoulder and him do it. There you go. Switch back.
Men of Israel, we're gonna render one courteous salute unto the teacher. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak. Yayamata, Sar, sisters, Imagine, men of Stan. Men of Israel, gonna render one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak. Yayamata, Sabbath dismissed.